Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today I'll be starting with the small concept why DBMS, how DBMS and what is actually DBMS. So whether you are a professional or a college going student, it will be very helpful for you and it will make database concept much easier, simple and beginner friendly. So let's start with me. So let's start with what is first DBMS. So DBMS is database management system. Let's suppose you run a cafe or a coffee shop. Now, today's your first customer is Shania. She ordered for 100 rupees, right? Now you will write it in a small notebook or notepad. Suppose next day you have 1000 plus customers. Now what happens is you'll have many things to update in this table, in this notebook. That becomes very hectic for you because you have to uh, give the customer their order as well, and you have to maintain these things in a notebook. Now what will happen? Suppose name can get repeated because two customers can have the same name. Price might change, and you can also forget who paid and who didn't. And what happens if you deliver two coffees to the same person in that scenario? So this will become a case of data mismanagement. So before databases, we were in every small shops, coffee shops, and also small vendors, they were using this notebooks to maintain their records, their orders and everything. But what used to happen, it was leading to data mismanagement. And then there came the databases, or the before that file system came into picture, and also the Excel, where we used to maintain the data. So first we'll move with what is database, and then we'll talk how it helped with how it replaced file system, Excel and everything. So what happens in database management system? It helps you to store, obviously. It helps you to manipulate if you want to change anything. It helps you to delete an order. It helps you to update the things and all those things. And it also store everything in an organized manner. And also the search becomes easy. Now suppose you want to check for the 550th order. You have to search in the notebook. But if it comes to the database management system, you just have to write a query that, okay, show me the 550th order, and it will show you the 550 order and everything will be present in it. So in this way, database management system made our work very easy. Now let's take the definition. So DBMS is a software that manages data in a structured way. Instead of random files, notes, it lets you store everything in a table. Like you can think of it as a virtual spreadsheet. These tables can be easily searched, updated, and also we can connect these tables. Think of it like a digital cabinet that never forgets, never gets messy, and also answer your question in a smaller time interval. Now let's take some example in your daily life which apps are using this DBMS and storing our data. So let's take an example of WhatsApp. WhatsApp has all our data, the photos, the videos, and everything which we sent on a chat. Those things they have, and they store it in their database. Now think of Spotify, YouTube, Netflix. How do they shuffle the songs, videos, and everything to in such a way that the songs which are liked from you or the videos that you like comes into your feed? So that all is based on database. Behind every service that's going on, there is a database engine working 24/7. And also it becomes very easy to search and to get the data. Suppose you're using Amazon today and you search for a earphone. Based on your recommendation, it will show you all the earphones based in your budget in like half of a millisecond or less than that. So that all is the beauty of DBMS. Now why not DBM, why not file system, and why DBMS? So before DBMS people used file system, but there were the duplicates. They have to do manual search. There were no security, no backup. What if the laptop crashes and you lose all your data? But in the modern system, DBMS came and it changed everything. So now databases have some keys. You can think of it as a primary key which is associated with each entry. So whenever you make an entry, it will have an associated primary key with it, and you will never have duplicates in your database. Now comes the manual search. For the manual search, DBMS made queries. You write a query and you'll get the result. Then for security, if you don't want me to check your database or to see your data, you can just don't give any access to me and I will not be able to see your data. Then comes the backup. DBMS also has backup which the file systems and the notepads were not having. So these all problems were solved by the DBMS, the database management system. So now it's your turn. Can you guess how Amazon knows what product you searched last week? Drop your guesses in the comments. I'll feature a few cool answers in the next video. Also, which DBMS do you think powers Instagram or Netflix? MySQL, Oracle, MongoDB, or some other? Just comment below and I'll share those comments in the next video. So let's quickly revise what we learned today. So we learned what is DBMS, a software to store and manage data easily. How it replaces the traditional file system. And what are its advantages? What are the advantages of DBMS? And how it powers most of the modern apps. And how it makes data handling secure, fast, and reliable. So in the next video, we'll deep dive into DBMS versus file system, and you'll actually see why the old system failed. So if you like the video, if you learned something new, subscribe if you don't want to miss the next part. And remember, learning DBMS or anything is not that hard when it's explained in a right way. So this is Shania. Tomorrow I'll come back with the next video. Thank you.